Solve the differential equation. Quantity a sub 1x plus ky plus c1 dx plus quantity kx plus b sub 2y plus c sub 2 dy equals 0. By the way, here, a1, k, c1, b2, and c2 are constants. So we can try to check if this differential equation is exact. So the test for exactness is given by partial derivative of m with respect to y is equal to partial derivative of n with respect to x. So we will find the partial derivative of m with respect to y and the partial derivative of n with respect to x and check if they are equal. So if they are equal, then the DE is exact. But what is m and n? So m and n are both functions of x and y. So if we are given the form of the DE m of x comma y dx plus n of x comma y dy equals 0, therefore if we pattern the given DE to this form, the value of our m of x comma y is the function multiplied by the differential dx, which is a sub 1x plus ky plus c1. And the value of n of x comma y is the function multiplied by dy, which is in the given n of x comma y is equal to kx plus b sub 2y plus c sub 2. Now that we know the m and n, we can find the partial derivatives. So let's start with partial derivative of m with respect to y. So we'll differentiate m of x comma y with respect to y, meaning we'll treat all the variable x as constant and differentiate all the terms involving y. Whatever derivatives formula is applicable, we can apply, right? So for the first term, a sub 1x, so since x is just a constant, together with the a sub 1, its derivative with respect to y is 0. Plus the derivative of ky with respect to y. So k, it's just a constant, just copy, and then multiply by the derivative of y, which is 1, plus the derivative of c1, which is a constant, 0. So therefore, partial derivative of m with respect to y is just equal to k times 1 or k. Let's check the partial derivative of n with respect to x. So this time, we'll differentiate n of x comma y with respect to x and we'll treat all the variable y as constant and differentiate those terms with involving x by applying whatever derivatives formula that we can apply, right? So for the first term kx, k is just a constant, so copy, and the derivative of x with respect to x is 1. Plus the derivative of b sub 2y, so since y is just a constant, together with the b sub 2, its derivative with respect to x is 0. Plus the derivative of c sub 2, which is again a constant, 0. So therefore, the partial derivative of n with respect to x is just k times 1 or k. So therefore, we have verified that the partial derivative of m with respect to y is equal to the partial derivative of n with respect to x. Both are equal to k. And therefore, the DE is exact. So once we know that the DE is exact, the general solution of an exact DE will always take the form f of x comma y is equal to the constant c. But how do we find f of x comma y? We can apply two conditions. So the first condition is if we get the partial derivative of f with respect to x, it should be equal to m of x comma y. So this will be our first condition. And if we get the partial derivative of f with respect to y, it is equal to n of x comma y. So this is the second condition. So we will apply these two conditions to find the value of f of x comma y. So using the first condition, we'll equate the partial derivative of f with respect to x to m of x comma y, which is this one, a sub 1x plus ky plus c1. And then, we'll integrate both sides with respect to x. Okay? So, we'll integrate both sides with respect to x. So, you will cancel out this dx here. So, therefore, the integral of df is just f. And for the integral on the right side, you'll just integrate term by term with respect to x. But all the y variables will be considered as constant. Okay? And you'll just apply the integral formula to every term that involves x. You'll just integrate all the x variable and treat y as a constant. So if we distribute the integral symbol, we'll have, so since a1 is just a constant, we can put it in front of the integral. So a1 integral of x dx plus ky, both of them, the k and y, are considered as constant. So you can just put it in front of the integral. So ky integral of dx plus, same as c1, it's considered as constant. So put it in front of the integral. So have c1 integral of dx. So therefore, f is integral a1 integral of x squared by power rule x squared over 2 plus ky integral of dx is x plus c1 integral of dx is x. Now, instead of putting plus c for the constant of integration, we will put function of y, let's say t of y, as the constant of integration. Okay? So therefore, the value of f is a sub 1x squared over 2 plus kyx plus c sub 1x plus t of y. But we still need to find the t of y. We can do that by applying condition 2. So if we use the condition 2, we need to get the partial derivative of f with respect to y. Right? And we will use this value of f that we have obtained so far, right? So we'll differentiate this f of x comma y with respect to y. Again, we'll treat all the x variable as constants and differentiate only those terms with y variable. So for a sub 1 x squared over 2, there's no y variable. It means it's a constant. It's considered as constant. If we differentiate this with respect to x, it's 0, right? Plus, for kyx, so kx is considered as constant here. So you just copy the kx, then multiply it by the derivative of y with respect to y, 1. Plus, c sub 1x. So c sub 1x is considered as constant, right? So its derivative with respect to y is 0. Plus the derivative of t of y. So I'll write it as t prime of y. Remember, t prime of y is a notation for derivatives. So therefore, the partial derivative of f with respect to y is simply kx times 1, or simply kx plus t prime of y. And from condition 2, we must equate it to n of x comma y. Therefore, this kx plus t prime of y, we should equate this to n of x comma y, which is kx plus b sub 2y plus c sub 2. So since kx is present on both sides of the equation, we can eliminate that, or you can transpose one from one side to the other. Let's say if you transpose kx here, this kx here from right to left, kx minus kx, it's 0, right? So what is left is just t prime of y is equal to b sub 2y plus c sub 2. And to find the value of t of y, since it is in the first derivative, we can integrate both sides with respect to y. So the integral of t prime of y with respect to y, you'll just undo the derivative. It will go back to the original function t of y, right? And then equal to the integral of b sub 2y plus c sub 2 dy. So you can distribute the integral symbol. We have b sub 2. Since b sub 2 is just a constant, you can put it in front of the integral. So b sub 2 integral of y dy plus c sub 2 is also a constant, put it in front of the integral. So c sub 2 integral of dy. So t of y is equal to b sub 2 integral of y dy is b sub 2y squared over 2, applying power rule, plus c sub 2 integral of dy is y. So therefore, the value of t of y is b sub 2y squared over 2 plus c sub 2y. Now, we can apply the general solution. So f of x comma y is equal to c. So the value of f of x comma y that we have is this one, a sub 1x squared over 2, or a sub 1 over 2x squared, plus kyx, or I'll write it as kxy, then plus c sub 1x, plus the t of y, which is this expression, b sub 2 over 2y squared plus c sub 2y equals c. Okay? So, if you want to remove the denominator 2, we can multiply both sides by 2. Multiply both sides of the equation by 2. Distribute. So, a sub 2 over 2 times 2, cancel the 2. We have a sub 1 x squared plus 2 times kxy, 2kxy. Then plus 2 times c1x, 2c1x. Then 2 times b sub 2 over 2y squared, cancel the 2. We have plus b sub 2y squared. And then 2 times c2y, positive 2c2y, equals 2 times c 2c. But this constant 2 multiplied by c, it will be absorbed by the constant c, right? So you can just write it as simply c. So this is the general solution.